What's going on, guys? I know it's been a while, but I was out sick. I had the flu. Then my wife had it as well, and my son. It was a whole mess. Still recovering a bit, but I think we're good. Today we're going to be looking at some Queen of Hearts teams because man, there's only what 4 weeks left to farm it. People might still be looking for teams. I know they are because someone messaged me about a team recently. So today we're actually going to look at some crazy teams. One's going to be crazy and the other one's probably a bit accessible. So let's look at the crazy team first because why not? But it's using a champion that everybody is going to have. We're talking about Sun Wukong. Sun Wukong the Magnificent. Oh my God. His A2 doing ridiculous damage as it does. Probably the hardest hitting A2 in the game now that Trunda is has been nerfed into the ground. But this is the team here. And it's a bit pay to win, but it's not terrible. If you have a shoes in, if you happen to have a neck rip, everybody's gonna have a Gerp Tuck. Well, you might not, but Gerp Tuck was a fusion. Dracomorph, there's other people that could place decreased defense weekend for you, but he is, one of the better options because he doesn't have to touch anyone. And we don't really want to touch anyone because of the Cupidus. And we don't want to die. Then we got Sun Wukong, who is just built to smack. He's literally just built to smack. So we're going to show you exactly how this runs. I'm going to slow it down because it happens so fast. You might miss it. So we get protection on Wukong. We get decreased defense weekend. Actually, we don't get the decreased defense that time. And it still just smacks the boss. 8 seconds on 1 time speed. So we don't even land the decreased defense on the boss, and it literally just destroys it. And this is stage 30, if you would believe it. We speed it up a bit here. It's a very fast team. It's only like 5 seconds, guys. 5 seconds, 6 seconds. This team is absolutely ridiculous. Wukong, if you are not using Wukong, like you should be, 5 seconds. Craziness. Now, and I don't just mean here in the Queen of Hearts, I mean everywhere in the game. Like, I know that we've gotten a ton of champions since we got Sun Wukong, but this dude is still like by far one of the strongest champions in the game. So if you're not using him, you definitely should be using him because that A2 is just completely busted, absolutely busted. We're obviously getting a damage boost here from Gerp Tuck, right? We're getting buffs from Shuzin. She's placing buffs for us so she can prepare Wukong to go in and go crazy. So we're getting, increased attack, crit damage, and crit rate, making sure we are set to go. Wukong's A2, the splash damage from it, the additional damage is just absolutely ridiculous. Decreased defense weaken, and just some neck rip protection, right? Haven Cast is also helping out a bit. So we get buffs from here. We get buffs from here as well. So it, all comes together to just create one beautiful bunch of damage. And we'll go look at the stats. Go look at everybody's stats. Look at what everybody's geared in. And from there, you can make a decision on if you want to build it or not. So first up, Sun Wukong. He has Haven Cast on. It's not even fully maxed out, only 4-star. And he has on Lethal. And it looks like a couple pieces of Zeal here as well. 1 piece Pinpoint. The Zeal is adding some huge damage in as well. Zeal's kind of underrated set. I know it doesn't get talked about a ton, but huge set to be using. These are the total stats on the Wukong here. So 9k attack, that is big attack. 162 speed because he doesn't really need to take a turn by himself. We get the instant turn from Shuzin. 396 crit damage, guys. He does have the cat's gaze on, so he's getting some crit damage from there, some ignored defense from there as well, and 5% more damage against enemies with full HP, and also extra crit damage based on how many debuffs he has. So this is all of this is stacking on top of what we're getting from Gerp Tuck already. So his damage is extremely high, right? these masteries that we have on are just standard DPS masteries, only down the offense tree. This was made specifically for this. So we've got Stoke Fury to boost our damage some more, down into Helm Smasher there, and we took Ruthless Ambush just to boost that smack. So this is literally tailor-made for the Queen of Hearts dungeon. If we go to our Gerp Tuck, right, Gerp Tuck is in 9 pieces of feral. So if you have not been doing Siege, Clan Siege, then yeah, you probably aren't going to have 9 pieces of feral, but he's just going fast enough to go before the boss takes a turn, and he has decent accuracy as well. Masteries and things just aren't going to matter as much. As far as Shuzhen, she is in 9 pieces of protection. This is going to add a boost as well to the amount of damage that Wukong is able to do. He's already got Haven Cast. We got 9-piece protected buffs here, coming and bringing an additional 15% damage there, in addition to the damage that Gerp Tuck is going to provide with his kit. This is like damage stacked on top of damage, stacked on top of damage. See, he's going to place the 3 poisons on everyone, and we're going to do more damage for each poison. So this can stack up here. We're under 3, so that's what, 17, no, that's 14, 21, 22.5 additional damage based on that. Dracomorph in the comp, he's not providing us anything other than the decreased defense weaken. There's nothing else special going on with him. He's literally just there to provide that at the start. And the last champ in the comp is Necrit, who is also in 9-piece protection. I believe that this was the one being used. Yes, one in 9-piece protection. So his 9-piece protection buffs as well going on Wukong just add so much damage. So that's another 15% damage on top of what we get from Shuzhen, on top of the 22.5 that we're getting from Gerp Tuck, on top of what Haven Cast is bringing. So we're stacking damage on top of damage on top of damage. Now the other team is actually a bit more friendly, right? So if we go back, we are on stage 30 here. He actually has a few different teams in here. Here's another team. You know, people can run with Elatrion. A lot of people using Elatrion Blade Master. But this one's going to be a poison team, right? So we have Stock the Broken in here, Supreme Kale in here. We have a Tomb Lord. Well, I guess Supreme Kale's not that free-to-play friendly. Stock the Broken was a fusion, though. Theodore. Some people might have him, some people might not. And we have Ornn, Tomb Lord. You can get from the exchange or whatever, token trader. But poisons on poisons on poisons. Lots and lots of poisons. And the thing that really makes this work is the Theodore and the stock activating. I think wait, Supreme Kale, he activates as well, increases the duration. So he increases the duration as poisons as well. I already knew that, but he's going to increase the duration for us. Let's take a look at exactly how it runs. So it's going to be stacking a ton of poisons up, activating the poisons to make sure that we can kill the minions. The minions have to be killed. All of this relies on the minions being killed. And at this point, we can just whittle the boss down with poisons. Same thing will work for you if you have HP burn, but obviously you could only do so much to get all of the minions down with just HP burn. Now, if Ornn decides he wants to die here, Supreme Kale decides he wants to die here as well, this run is significantly faster than it's going to be. The boss is just below 50% HP right now. We're around 40 seconds, but that's because these guys just don't want to die and let Theodore be great. Because Theodore at this point could just easily solo this boss. So that's pretty much the run, right? All of the activation there at the start to get the minions down, because if you don't, they're pretty much gonna just kill you over time. The Cupidus will, the this guy that goes with Kaja, Timid, he's gonna block revive. It's absolutely disgusting what this combo of Cupidus, Venus, Kaja, and Timid does. which you would think would be more effective in other places. But Kaja Timid, it just doesn't work out well. But here, it works out amazing with the Queen of Hearts. But that is pretty much how the team runs, guys. So if you're interested in running something like this, I'll just show you guys what the preset for this one is. Pretty much stock opening with his skill 2 there. Tomb Lord opening with his skill 2. He is going the first. He's going the fastest, sorry. Supreme Kel opening with his skill 2 to put the poisons up. I guess you can replace him with any poisoner, but the fact that he increases the duration of the poisons kind of helps out a bit. Orn opening with his skill 3 to place poison and poison sensitivity, and Theodore opening, well, prioritizing his skill 3 to activate the poisons. So this is the turn order. We have Tomb Lord going first, then Supreme Kel, then I think it's Stock. No, then it's Orn, then Stock, and then Theodore going last. Let's go look at the sets that are on each of the champions. So Tomb Lord, and obviously you're going to need a good bit of accuracy for all of this. So he's in Perception, he is in Feral. These are the total stats that are on him. 316 speed, some HP, defense, none of that really matters. He just needs to get those poisons up because he's going to be able to place what is it, up to 4? Yes, 4 poisons for us. So you really just need enough speed, enough accuracy, and to have the skill booked up. You could also take Master Hexer, is going to extend the duration of the poisons. That helps out a ton as well. Stock the Broken, Mr. Fusion. Everybody thought you were going to be amazing in everywhere. Well, in here, I guess he is good now, right? He's decent, but these are the total stats we have on him. He actually has on pinpoint and speed set. 306 speed, 431 on the accuracy, and he's not even booked at all. He does have masteries. These are the masteries that are on him. Master Hexer to extend the duration of the poisons, of course. Get some, boost his stats with Lore of Steel, but a lot of this just isn't that relevant to the comp itself. But those are the masteries. He's in pinpoint and speed. Orn, who's actually a really good champion, is in perception at the moment, and like I said, it's just speed and accuracy. This entire comp is pretty much just speed and accuracy, getting the debuffs to land. These are the masteries that are on him. He does have War Master, does have Master Hexer. Like I said before, we just want to keep extending the debuffs of the duration of the poisons. You want it to be as many poisons as possible that you could get on the boss. Theodore, oh my God, Theodore is in he is in a regen set, regen and immortal, so that he can be healing. We have 301 total speed, 504 accuracy. He has very good HP and some defense to make sure that he can survive. No relics on him. Brimstone on the blessing. Got to make sure that he is booked as well. And these are the masteries that are on him. If you have like a Theodore solo build, then you probably are already using these masteries. And Supreme Kel, I think we already showed him actually, or did we? Can't remember. I'm gonna show him anyway. But he is in Regen Immortal as well. Total stats 309 speed. He doesn't even need accuracy for this. So there you have it, guys. He does need to be booked though, and he has very similar masteries as well. This is more of a solo build masteries. Make sure that he is able to just stay alive. So those are the stats, guys. Oh, let me show you the preset for the speed team. I mean, if you have the chance to run the Wukong team, then you probably don't even need this. You probably already running it, but Wukong is prioritizing his skill 2. Draco prioritizing his skill 3. Shu Zhen is prioritizing skill 2. Necrit prioritizing skill 2 and then 3. And then Gerptuk prioritizing his skill 3. And man, This team is just beautiful to see work. I don't know how many of you are actually going to be able to build this team. I honestly don't, but it's an amazing team. If you could build it, you are in luck. You could speed farm this boss into the ground. That's going to be all for this one, though, guys. Hopefully this video helps somebody out, maybe gives you some ideas, some things that you could try to do. And he actually didn't one-shot the boss there, but it's fine because Draco Morph coming through, cleaning up with poisons and a little bit of raw damage. It just helps out. And you saw on that first run we did where we didn't even land a decreased defense, and it just still consistently works out and is consistently fast. So, yep, again, not landing decreased defense, but it's okay. 1.4 mil hit on the boss is actually crazy. 7 mil total damage for Wukong. So, like I said, guys, use Wukong. Pull your Wukongs out, dust them off, put them in the best build that you can because he is absolutely nutty. But that's all, guys. That is all for this one. Let me know your thoughts down below. Have you been farming the Queen of Hearts at all? I haven't farmed it as much as I did Odin. I went way too hard on Odin. I stacked so much pinpoint up. I've got an okay amount, so I didn't feel the need to go hard in the Queen of Hearts. But let me know your thoughts down below, how you guys are doing with this. And until next time, guys, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I will see you guys next time. Be good and be well.